You might be surprised to learn nearly 1 in 3 Washingtonians doesn't drive. Getting to work, buying groceries, making a doctor's appointment without a car, it's a daily reality for them. And in a society like ours built around vehicles, it can present some serious challenges. To highlight this staggering inequality, we have brought in Anna Zivarts with Disability Rights Washington. And Anna, people often think this is just seniors or folks living with disabilities, but it's bigger than that, right?
It is bigger than that. It's way bigger than that. There are so many of us who are non-drivers, whether it's because we do have disabilities, we have aged out of driving, but also young people, right? People who are too young to drive because they're not old enough to get a license, or they're young folks choosing not to because car ownership is expensive.
And these folks impacted, they're not just someone living in an apartment downtown, hopping on a bus, catching the light rail.
No, right? I mean, that's part of it. Part of the non-driver community are choice non-drivers, right? People who can afford to live in a city and have that good transit access. But there's also a lot of non-drivers who can't afford that, who are out in rural areas, out in areas without any transit service, or suburban places where there are no sidewalks and you can't walk anywhere or bike anywhere safely to get where you need to go.
And raising awareness for this cause, this has been your life's work and it's personal to you. Tell me about your experience living in the Seattle metropolitan area as a non-driver. What might someone not realize about your daily routine when they're behind the wheel?
Oh gosh, I mean, first of all, I'm super lucky that I can live in Seattle, right? I have a house here, I live pretty close to the light rail, I live near 2 bus routes, and so I do have a really good amount of access. That being said, it's still not the same as driving. You know, there are places that, you know, it would take someone 15 minutes to drive to, like Alki. I love Alki, I love going to the beach. It's about a 2-hour each way for me to get there on transit. And so it does, it's not the same as driving, and it does limit the choices I make or the places I can go.
Well, you work to educate people year-round, but this week right here, right now, is especially special.
It is. It's the Week Without Driving, the 5th annual Week Without Driving. And you were with us at the very beginning back in 2021, championing this and helping us get the word out. It's a really exciting week because it's a week that we can talk about non-drivers and really help raise awareness that so many community members don't have the option of driving. And so we invite you to join us. It started on Monday, goes through Sunday. You can learn more at weekwithoutdriving.org. And you can try, you know, try taking a trip in a mode that you don't usually take. If you normally drive, what would it be to make that trip on a bus? What would it take to ask a friend or a family for a ride? How does that feel? Maybe you're able to bike somewhere. Maybe you want to try doing that. Or if you normally bike, maybe you want to try walking or taking transit, right? So these are all options to participate in Week Without Driving.
Well, thank you for your work and advocating for this. And thanks for coming in and sharing your story with us. If you want more on the organization and a Week Without Driving, you can check out our website, fox13seattle.com.